everybody, I just wanted to hop on here and have a little bit of fun with you guys. I wanted to try out my distress crayons and some distress mica stains that I got, maybe some delusion sprays that I got, and whatever else I feel like using, along with some delusion stamps that I got, some Christmas ones. And the idea is to maybe make like a watercolor type, just a watercolor background, and then stamp some stuff on it, and then maybe cut it into tags or make bookmarks that we can give as gifts, or we can put them in our journals or do whatever we want to do with them. So that's the idea, but I just want to have fun. By the way, my name is Sherry, so welcome to my channel, and thank you for spending some time with me. I hope you get something out of this. I don't want to call this a tutorial today. I just want to call it having fun and experimenting, because that's pretty much what we're going to do today. I'm not going to follow any set of rules. I'm just going to have fun. So, I hope you guys have some fun too. And this can be a learning session for me and for you, because I am just going to see what I can come up with, and you guys can learn by my experimenting. And if you want to experiment along with me, pull your supplies out, get your mica stains, get your crayons or your watercolors or whatever you have on hand. I'm using a watercolor paper pad. This has a little bit of watercolor on this paper already, which is okay because we're going to cover it with color anyways, so I'm not bothered by that. And if you want to know what kind of watercolor paper I'm using, it is, let's see, 140 pound GSM acid-free paper. So that's what I'm using. I'm mainly using watercolor paper because I want to use my watercolors and my sprays, and they are very wet mediums. So that's why I'm using watercolor paper. If you don't have watercolor paper, use regular paper, especially with your sprays. See what you come up with. Make some fun papers, or use cardstock. There's a lot of different options, so use what you've got, is my point. So anyways, okay, so let's just get started. So one of my first thoughts was to use my crayons and just set some color down. So I have this little swatch that I made with you guys, and I can pick out the colors I think I want. I want them to be kind of Christmassy, so maybe some of this one, which is called Picked Raspberry, and then obviously some green. We will definitely use green, which is this color right here. I think I might want to, well, let's see, Picked Raspberry, green, I think maybe some of this blue, which is called Salty Ocean, and I'm debating on maybe even some of this yellow, which is mustard seed. Okay, I think that's a good start for colors. I'm thinking maybe some of that. Well, maybe not. These are all kind of bright, so I think we'll keep it with that for now. And I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna kind of just play with my colors. First, I want to kind of spray my board and get it wet. So I put all this stuff underneath because I know I might have some overspray of different things. I'm just getting my paper a little bit wet, and I'm going to just start applying color. And I'm going to do it kind of generously because I want that color to kind of really stand out. And I don't know what I'm doing, you guys, so you know, this is, like I said, not a tutorial. I'm just putting color down. And then I think I'll use some of this picked raspberry. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, picked raspberry. Put a little there. Put some here. And maybe some over here. You can maybe make some shapes if you want, like a star. I'm not very good at making stars. I'm always messing them up. I don't know why, but they're just not my forte. But you can put a star or just a circle. Maybe make it swirly inside a little bit. Maybe one of these kinds of stars. Let's see. Maybe, obviously we need a Christmas tree somewhere, right? A pink Christmas tree. These probably won't show up, so I'm not too worried about them. And if they do, they'll be background. Maybe just make a swirl. Okay, swirl it on. Okay, now I'm going to do some of this yellow and maybe put it in around the circle, and some in here, some here, some in the Christmas tree, a little mixed up here, some here, wherever I think I want a little bit of pop of yellow. Then I think I'll swirl it a little bit there, and now we'll add some green. And I'm going to put that a little bit darker. See how much fun this is? It's already fun and we're not doing anything. We're just putting down color. Don't stress too much about this layer because most of this layer, like I said, is going to kind of dissipate into the background. So at least that's what I plan on doing with it. So don't stress too much about it. I think I want a little more blue throughout. Maybe there. Maybe on the sides, on the edges here. Just have fun. Okay, do maybe a few of those. Maybe some dots. Okay, maybe some more picked raspberry dots. I guess this is kind of like a little bit of a master board because we're going to cut this up when we're done with it. So we're making a watercolor, kind of like a watercolor master board, I guess. All right, I'm going to put those colors away for now. And I'm going to spray all of this a little bit generously and activate those colors. All right, and then I'm going to take my watercolor brush and I'm going to squeeze some water onto there and I'm going to start coloring those colors out. I don't want to mix them too much because I don't want mud, but I don't want to be so fragile that I can't have fun either. Okay, so okay, this is the first time I've really used these crayons, so I'm just breaking them in with you guys on a fun background masterboard watercolor session. Okay, might activate this a little bit more. Seems to be drying up kind of fast. And I want those colors to kind of flow. I don't want them to be so stagnant. I know this looks like a big mess, and that's okay. Hopefully the end result will look really fun and festive when the whole project is done. I hope you guys stay with me to the end so you can see. This might be something, you know, you could do with your kids even for Christmas, just to do a fun little craft with them, because this is something that doesn't have to be perfect. It's kind of more freestyle, something they can join in on and do also. Activate that blue a little bit more. Get that pink in the middle activated. Okay. Get this blue over here activated a little better. And those dots, get those kind of pushed to the background a little. Okay. I'm pushing water onto my watercolor pad. Just so you know, there's water inside this pen. So I am adding water as I go. All right. Okay, so now that we have that, let's see what we can do with, I'm thinking I want maybe first, let's see, let's get some mica spray out. And I kind of want, sorry if I'm shaking the camera, you guys, I forgot that it's hooked to my desk and I'm like shaking this and doing it on my desk. So I'm sorry about that, shaking you up a little there. I'm going to try some of this. It's called Merriment Distress Mica Spray Stain. I'm just going to add it in different spots on my paper. Okay, just like that. Then I'm going to take my water and I spray it. Okay, then now that we have that one on there, I think I want to add some of my Cocktail Party. Get some more pink going on in there. These mica sprays, they get the mica all on the bottom there, so you gotta really shake them up good. Otherwise, you're not gonna have that mica in there when you spray it. Matter of fact, I don't know that I shook up the green one good enough, really. Yeah, see all that mica on the bottom. Okay, There's a little ball in there that helps break it up. Okay, so now I'm going to add some of this, if it will spray. These are brand new, so if I don't spray, I'll be very disappointed. Okay, come on. Oh my, don't tell me it's not going to work. Maybe I didn't shake it up good enough. Let's try that again. Come on, spray. I haven't even used this and it's not working. That's not good. Okay, well, we'll do this then. We are going to put it on like this. And we're going to splash. Well, that kind of looks cool, actually. I kind of like that. Little dots, little splashes of this. And with all the water, it's kind of just spreading out, too. Okay, well that's fun. I hope I can get it to actually spray soon. Let's see, let's try it again, see what happens. Maybe I just need to pump it some more. No, I think it's a faulty pump. I'm going to have to get a different pump for it. Okay, setting that aside for now. And I think let's add a little vanilla caramel ink spray. This is Dilutions. So that'll be kind of a yellow spray. A yellow color. Ooh, that's pretty. I kind of like that color. Very pretty. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to kind of like let some of this fall. Do some dripping around here because it's very wet. Pick up my whole pad. You don't have to do this part, but I just thought it might be fun to let that medium kind of drip a little bit and do what it wants to do. Okay, so I think I want to take my paintbrush and actually kind of go over the edges a little bit here. Because I don't want it to look so like, oh, she did every edge but nothing else. But I do want color on the edges, so let's see what we can do here. Okay, take a little more of my spray. Activate that a little bit better. There we go. And I think I'm going to try my Dilutions ink spray, the white. What's it called? White linen. I like mixing white in with these colors. I just like the effect of it. Kind of like just gives it a fun play. I don't know. Okay. I think well, let's see. Let's see what else we have. Fresh balsam. Maybe let's try a little bit of fresh balsam in there. Mica. See what that might look like. And you can't see much of our plane, but they do add a little bit of interest. You see the lines kind of popping through and the little stars and stuff. But you don't see them much, so. But it gave us a base to start with, and we gotta have a little bit of fun. Okay, then I'm gonna spray some of this. Ooh, that's a little bit darker color, so. Like a Christmas tree color. Kind of muting those bright colors down a little bit. Just a little. All right, now my page is very wet, so I think, again, I might, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that too much because I don't want it getting muddy if I mix it too much, especially with that darker color there. So I think I might just say that's good, except for I want to add a little bit more white. Mute down maybe that green just a little bit. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to let this dry and then I will be back. Hi, I'm back. So this is pretty much dry. There might be a little bit, tiny bit that's not real dry, but I don't know how well you guys can see it in the camera. Well, let me turn on my other light, so it might help with the, anyways, but you can see a lot of the mica in there. It looks really pretty, and I did off camera stand it up and let it drip a little bit, so you got these drip marks. I just felt like it might add to it a little bit. So that's what we have so far, and I'm going to cut this up into into pieces so that we can make some tags. And I just want to see, I'm not quite, let me see how big this is. Where's my pad? Okay, here's the pad. So how many inches is this, first of all? This is 11 by 15. So it's 15 inches this way. So I'm thinking 3 inches, 3 into 15 will go 5 times. So we'll do 5 inches. We'll do 5 inches. Okay, let's move this stuff out of the way. So I'm going to cut, oh, that's pretty big. I mean, I meant 3 inches. I'm sorry. We'll do 3 inches. Like, that's too big. Okay, so we're going to do 1. If I'm doing my calculations right, I should get 5 3-inch strips. 2. 3. And then 4, 5. Okay. So we have 5 3-inch strips here. And then I think I'm just going to cut them in half. And the other direction it is, how long is it? 11 inches the other direction. So they're not quite 12 inches. So 5.5 inches is how wide I'm going to make it. It looks like it didn't cut very straight on that one. Let me just check it out because that's going to bother me. Yeah, see, it didn't cut straight. Oh well. Anyways, okay, so 5.5 inches is what we're going to cut this at. Now, make sure it's against there. And then that will make us 2 tags. So I decided I'm going to make tags this round. So 5.5, right? Yep. Make sure it's against there. 5.5. And this one. Okay, so that will give us, just out of that one piece of watercolor paper, that's going to give us, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tags. So we've got 10 tags to work with. Now what I want to do is stamp these. I want to stamp each one of these with a different stamp. So I'm thinking, I like these Christmas trees. I think these are really cute, but I also really like these Santas. Just thinking, which one? This bird is kind of cute too, with a Merry Christmas. Just thinking what will fit on here too. These smaller trees will fit, so let's do a smaller tree. Let's see how that looks on one of them. Let's just start with that. I can get it out of here. Okay, I'll do this tree first since it's available. And I use this a lot. Obviously, I've got ink all over it, and I'm not great at cleaning my stuff all the time, but it still works. So we'll do this Christmas tree. And I'm thinking, do I want to just leave it simple and use black ink, or I think I will for this round. I actually have, I believe, sorry, I'm just looking through my inks real quick, seeing what I got available here. I think I'm going to try this one. It's ground espresso. I'm thinking that might look cute. Hopefully. And this is a permanent ink. It's not water resistant. So it is water resistant. But I'm just going to make sure I have that stamp covered really well. And another thing you can do is you could draw your own picture, but I want to use my stamps, so that's what I'm going to do. So I think I will put it here, and hopefully I have it straight enough. Just press it down really good so that you make sure, because when you're using these blocks, you pretty much only have one chance to get it stamped good. Okay. Oh, that turned out really cute. See? So there's a little tree there. Okay, we got our first one. And then let's do another tree. Might be able to do one of these bigger trees, actually. I think, let's see. Yeah, because it only cut off the very end of it. So let's do a bigger tree on this one and see how we like that. This is kind of a skinny block, but I think it'll be okay. So I'm going to ink that up. And this one says, "We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year" on it. So that's really cute. Okay, I don't know. I don't want that crease right there between getting in the middle of this. Okay. So here we go. Pressing down. Make sure I get a good stamp. My first try. Okay, I think that worked pretty good. It's hard to see what it says though. You can kind of see it, but I don't know. Didn't turn out as good as I would have hoped. So I don't know about doing the words on this one, just because with all the colors it doesn't seem to show real well. Might be able to go in with a pen later and make those more noticeable though, which I might do. Okay. I think I want to try this Santa. He seems small enough that he would fit on the card fairly well. And I just think he's kind of cute. It's like a gnome Santa. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll put on there. I'm going to try black this time. See if it just shows up a little bit better. Okay, so let's put him on here. Oh, that's cute. He turned out cute. Okay. And let's see. Maybe we'll do this fat bird. Yeah, I think he'll work out good. We'll do a fat bird here. Okay. Just trying to find what stamping block I should use. Maybe this really big one. Okay. And we'll use black again. I kind of like the way the black shows up a little bit better with all these colors. Alright, so at this point I decided to do a voiceover and speed it up a little bit because it took me quite a while to stamp all these. Not a long time, but just for the video's sake, so it's not too long. But I'm just picking different stamps some from my Delusion stamps, some from my Tim Holtz. This is a Delusion stamp that I'm using right now. And some from some stamps that I got on Amazon. I was thinking about using these stencil words, but I decided not to. I decided to just stay with the stamping for this project. I might do those stencils in another project one of these days, but for now. So these are the ones I got on Amazon. Well, those are Tim Holtz right there, but I'm decided to do the Santa and the world together. I saw that on one of the Tim Holtz lives, and I just thought it was a really cute idea. It's like he's checking the world to see who's naughty and nice. So I'm going to stamp him onto one of the cards together with the world. So what sparked my idea to do this video was a video from the Creative Cove. She did a video about, making tags with watercolors. And that's what kind of sparked my curiosity to kind of experiment today and just make a background, just having fun, and then using my stamps. So I just wanted to give her a shout out, the Creative Cove. Do you want to check her out? She's got a YouTube channel that's really fun to watch, and she has a lot of really good ideas. So yeah. I'm just putting a little tree with the reindeer, but I'm going to stamp that tree separate because I'm using 2 different stamp sets, and the reindeer was not quite as thick as the tree, so I didn't want to try stamping them together. But I do add the little tree next. And I thought they just looked really cute together, the reindeer and the tree. Looks kind of like a little miniature woodsy scene. This is one of the stamp sets I got on Amazon. And they are pretty good quality. I was surprised, and they stamp fairly well. And I got like 4 Christmas sets for about, I believe, $10 or right around there. But I bought them last year. So, I mean, the price may have gone up by now. I don't know. Or if they're even on there. But you could find something similar, I'm sure. For those of you who want some stamps but don't want to spend a lot of money, that's a good option. And this snowman came in that set as well. And I think he's really cute. He's got a lot of character and he stamps well. Now I'm doing a different type of reindeer, more of a whimsical type reindeer. So I'm pretty much done with the stamping now. I think I do add some snowflakes here in a minute because I just thought they needed something else. Oh yeah, and I do add some script from one of my Tim Holtz stamps. These are butterflies and flowers, but they have a lot of script around the edges of the butterflies and flowers, so I just picked out one of those and only used the script part of the stamp. I didn't stamp up the butterfly part, and I just added some script to just give it more interest to the backgrounds. That's another thing to note is you don't always have to use the entire stamp, especially when they're kind of like different elements on the stamp. You could just ink up the part of the stamp that you want to use and use that part. I can hear the birds chirping outside. It's morning time while I'm doing this voiceover. And they're all chirping really loud. Now I'm pulling out some snowflakes and adding some snowflakes to all of the backgrounds. Again, to just give it a little more interest. And I think they look really cute. Let's take a look at what we got here. They all have snowflakes except for the Santa. I kind of feel like the Santa needs a snowflake now. But I'm just going to put one snowflake on him. And it's going to be like down right here. I just feel like he needs a snowflake like everybody else. Okay. Alright, now that we are done with that, I'm going to decide what ones I still need to add more color to. You could leave them like that and not color them at all if you want to, and they would still be really cute. Or you can take your crayons and add a little color. And that's what I think I'm going to do. So, I think for my snowman I might add some white. See how that looks. Like, kind of color him in a little bit where he should be white. Whiter. Maybe his little hat here. His body. It doesn't have to be super white, but I'm just trying to add some white so that he stands out as a snowman a little bit better by muting back the other colors in there. And I think I will make the top of his hat white. Also, it's not super white, like I said. It's just muting those colors back just a little bit. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and do a voiceover on the rest of this. I'm just continuing to add color with my crayons and my water pen to water them down a little bit and help them to blend into that background a little bit on each one of these. So there's the snowman. Now I'm just adding a blue to those bulbs on the Christmas tree to bring them out, and some picked raspberry on the stripes. Basically, I'm just adding color to these stamps to help them be more distinguished from the background so that you can see them a little better, and it just adds a little more interest and character to them. I'm using, I believe, walnut stain for the reindeer, or that might have been fired brick, and then my water pen to blend it. I decided to kind of give him a pink nose so that he kind of looks like a Rudolph since he's so whimsical. Just continuing to add color. I used my picked raspberry for the garland on this tree, and some more blue for the bulbs on the tree. Now I'm adding some white to Santa's beard and making his boots black. Trying to get his nose to stand out a little bit. I added picked raspberry to the little hearts on his jacket and on his hat. I'm just adding some that fired brick for the reindeer. On him, I decided to do his hat blue and green stripes, and then his socks the same color. I added yellow for his feathers. A little color on his breast and blue for his eyes. Now I'm just adding a little outline. I'm doing the Santa with picked raspberry for his coat, and then I'm adding some color to the earth, blue and green. Now, this one has words on it, but you can't see them, so I decided to go ahead and just put more color on this tree and cover up those words pretty much that are on there, and just make it look like a watercolor tree. Which is fine. That's kind of in the style. Now that we have all of these done, pick up my pens. I didn't do anything to this, but I don't really think there's anything to do, because maybe I'll just like put a little bit of yellow here. Just make that stand out a little. Maybe I'll do a little bit of yellow throughout the whole thing. That actually might look cute, just to make it stand out a little more. Yeah, I like that. I like it. Okay, just like that. So now I'm going to make these tags by just cutting the corners like so. So I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to take it over here and use it as my measuring guide so that the corners the corners are the same. And then once I have one done, I will just put that against all of them and go ahead and cut all my tags the same. So there's two. I'll do this one. Okay, so we have all these tags pretty much done. I will add ribbons and stuff later, but I just wanted you to hurry and see what we have here from this session. You can always add more details later on if you want. You know what, speaking of details, I was going to add some sprinkles to these, and I'm just remembering, so just kidding, we're not done. Some splashes, I mean. And I think I will use this to do it with. I'm just gonna hopefully not add too much. This is not working very good. Oh no! Just did that on film. Oh my goodness. Don't do that. Oh, great. All right. I'm going to have to come back to you. Okay, hello, I'm back. I pretty much can salvage these. I might have to go through and outline them a little bit so you can see them better, color them again. But they still look cute. And I'm still going to do some splashes. But instead of doing it the way I was doing it just now, I am going to use my paintbrush, and I put some of that spray on here so that it's not, there's no chance of me dumping it everywhere. And we will do the splashes, like sprinkles like this. I kind of want it liberally on the snowman here. The Christmas tree. That's the first time I've ever dumped one of those. Can't believe I did that. Oh well. I'm upset mainly because I just bought that and I lost half my bottle. Not quite half, but a quarter of it. I guess I need to pay attention to where I'm putting my splatters. That's a little bit too splattered there. Good thing it comes up easily. You can skip this too if you want. You don't have to do this part. I just think, especially on Christmas stuff, white splatters just make everything look more Christmassy. These will not be really super white in the end anyways, because it's all water reactive stuff underneath it, so it's probably going to soak up some of that color. I'll go ahead and put some sprinkles on these guys, and I'll still go through and add whatever later on. I can't believe I did that. I still cannot believe I did that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Well, it's not a tutorial. Enjoyed experimenting with me and making hopefully some fun tags that you can give to your loved ones or your friends, or put them in your Christmas journals. Whatever you want to do with them. Okay. I'm being very generous with my splashes. I think this splash needs to go up a little bit. I'm thinking maybe I can color in some of this hat here. I'm going to use that splash to my advantage here. Make his hat a little wider. His little pom-pom here. Or her pom-pom. And between the eyes, maybe make it so it's not quite so pink. Just gonna start painting with this stuff. See, with me, I'm never really done. Make that snowman stand out a little bit better. Okay. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna stop. Maybe. Make Santa's beard white first. I am surprised that these stamps are showing through at all with how much of this white dumped on them. I luckily soaked it up pretty fast with some paper towels. Otherwise, I probably would have had to just really start over on these, because that was a lot that dumped on there. But good, you know what? It's a happy accident, because now I'm using this as a paintbrush and realizing, oh, I can get better white coverage this way on their beards and stuff and make them stand out a little bit better. So everything happens for a reason. Sometimes we have accidents that help us learn something new and go, oh, that's a good idea. I can do that. Okay. I'll call his beard good. Maybe I'll put a little white on his eye. Right here. The white of his eye. Make that stand out. Okay. Anything else do I need to do? Ooh, I know. See if we can carefully make this Santa's beard stand out a little bit better. And his mustache. Very carefully. I don't want to make it so much that I make him look funny. Maybe the white on his jacket. I don't know if I was out of frame there. I'm just adding a little white details to him now. On his coat, his sleeve, bottom of his pants. Maybe this paper that he's holding. Alright, for sure I will call it good now. There you go. I'll just show you each one. I have that white all over my hand. You could always go later and put some phrases on these, like Merry Christmas, some bows, whatever you want to do to make them, dress them up a little bit. But I think they're really cute just the way they are. You can always, if you don't like the bending, this is watercolor paper, so it should flatten back out if you just put it in a book or something. Or you can iron them with a low grade, like a very light iron. Just turn them over. No steam because it's water reactor. So obviously no steam. Here's this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. You can see what we did. Alright, well thank you for crafting along with me and experimenting with me, and I will see you later. Bye. Hi, I'm just coming back for a minute to show you the embellishments that I did on the tags. I added some ribbon on all of them. I added some pups of color just to add a little bit of texture and glitter to some of the snowflakes and other areas. And I also outlined each one of them with one of these Sharpie pens. It's a fine line tip one, just to help them pop better, especially on the ones that I had this stuff dump on them. Which this is one of them, and you can't even hardly tell. So anyways, so I just wanted to show them to you guys real quick, show you how they turned out. And I also went around the edges with some Distress Oxide on the fronts and the backs, just to kind of, you know, give them a border around them. So this is the bird. I put a little bit of that pops of color on the hat and here. And then here is the deer. I love how the background is on this one. I was just looking at it and thinking it kind of looks like it could be in Alaska where the northern lights are. So I just thought that turned out pretty. Here's the Santa. One of the Christmas trees. Another one of the Christmas trees. This one. Rudolph. Calling this one Rudolph. Snowman. I thought the snowman turned out really cute in the end. Then another Christmas tree. And Santa. That's it. I just wanted to show you guys those real quick. Sorry about my hands. I was getting this unclogged from yesterday and I got it all over my hands, but I was able to get it unclogged. Anyways, thank you for joining me. If you guys try these, I would love to see your results. If you share this process on one of your videos, I would love it if you would send people my way as well. And if you tell me about your YouTube channels, I will watch them, and if I use something, I will share them as well. Anyways, I hope you guys all have a great day. Thank you for joining me. Bye.